I don't know. A lot has to happen first.
Can it be blown up by regular fire?
No, it has to be some form of HE attack. I don't believe there's any, even pontoon bridges, I don't think I can just shoot at them. Let me see here, pontoon says. Oh. Wooden bridges collapse. Nope. So yeah, it's gonna need, gonna take a bit to destroy it. So let's see. I'm pretty sure I already did weather last night. Yeah, cool. All right, let's see about getting this done. Rally phase. Do I have anybody I can? Six. I'm gonna try and self rally Z8. Nope. So very close. I will then try to rally the leader in I5. 8. Just barely. I will try to rally the non-TM squad. They pass. And then the two broken guys, neither of them pass. Do we have anybody else? Oh, and my guy in Y6 will also rally. That's it for that. And finally, the machine gun in H7 will attempt to repair. Does not repair.
The only rallies I've got to do are in D5. And I think 3 out of the 4 do.
No, all of them. You get 7s.
Oh, that's.
Prep fire phase.
TMs go away this phase 2, right?
Yeah, if you want him to go away. My guy in Z8 can't drop his. I'm gonna keep the one in Z3. And I guess I can take the one off of J4. Actually, no, he'll keep it. Let's see if I can do something with that. Prep fire. How do I... What would I like to shoot? F3 will shoot at the encircled group. It is a 6 firepower up 2. So we're looking at a miss. Not even rate of fire. Alright, let's see that complicated thing for the end. My guy in, what is it, AA9 will drop concealment, and they will shoot at the 9 down 1 leader with that group. So it's a 6 up 1 shot. That's a miss. The group in Z7 will shoot at same target, 6 up 1. That is a pin test check. There's strange. There's only 3 guys there, so I get 2 sniper checks, and neither of them do anything.
Guys, there's 2 leaders and a.
No, shooting at AA8. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought you were shooting at A9 or A7. Sorry.
Z5 will drop concealment and shoot at AA6. Another 6 up 1. That will be your sniper and 2 MC.
Two ELRs, I believe.
Yes. My guy in G9 will shoot at your stack in D9. That's I think it's just a 4 flat. Yeah. It's a 4 flat shot. Brick their shots. The squad and group in H9 will attempt to shoot at CC10. I know there's a... That's blocked? Oh, wow. That's treated as forest. Okay. Do I have anything I can break? Yes. And it breaks. Okay. H6 will shoot at G5 for a 2 up 2. That's a miss. Alright. Movement phase. So, movement phase. The stack in Y6 is going to go to X6 for 1.5, X7 for 3, and then X8 for 4.5. Z4 will go to Y5 for 1.5, then into Y6 for 3. My squad in M7 will CX. They will go to M8 for 1, L8 for 3. And that would be 6. The leader in F4 is going to assault move into F5. The leader in I5 is declaring dash into G6.
The machine gun will fire at you.
Okay.
So I think that's what, maybe 8 down 1.
It's halved for dash, so it is a 4 firepower, non-assault movement, and open ground, so -2, but a +1 for encircled.
So 4 down 1.
Correct.
2 on 4 is K2.
It's a 2 on 4. Oh, sorry, I thought you said 4 on. Anyways, K2. So takes a wound check. 8 wounds. Does that stop him from? It's very. Oh, 5 or 6. Alright, cool. He's dead. I don't know why I deleted him. I need him over there. Well, I need to do it anyways. I5, the squad with the DC. Normal move into H5. They take I think it's just a 2 down 2. I think automatically. 7-5 morale check. They pass residual.
Okay, and I'm going to open up on them with both units.
Okay.
So that is going to be 20. Were they dashing?
No, regular move.
All right. So 20 down 2. Or no, I'm sorry, down 1. Excuse me.
It's still down 2.
Okay, so that's 7 on 20.
2
Which is
MC.
2 MC.
And they break.
And I think that puts what, 10 firepower on there?
It wouldn't matter. No more moves. Defensive fire.
9 will fire at G9. So that's going to be a 4 up 1.
Okay.
BB-8 will fire at AA-9. So that's going to be a 10 up or 10 flat, I think, with the hero. Yeah.
Which units are shooting? Like all of them? Because if you're shooting at AA9, that's adjacent, right? So it's 20 up one or 20 flat.
20 flat. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. 7 on 20 is a 2MC.
Break.
AA7 will fire at Z7. So that's going to be a 20 down 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3 on 20, which is 1 KIA.
And no sniper.
And AA8 is going to fire at Z8. It's going to be a 20 flat.
Mm-hmm.
6 on 20 is a 3MC.
Casualty reduce. Oops.
And the 2 infantry units in G5 will fire at the leader because why not?
Okay.
So they would be 10 doubled, halved. So I think it's 10 up 1. Up 2. No, up 1. Sorry.
If it's the infantry, it's 8 firepower up 2.
Pretty sure that's nothing. The infantry gun will continue firing at G9 just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1 hindrance down to
It's a flat shot.
so nothing. Back to you.
No advanced fire. Let me check something here. Mm-hmm. 7:30. Two. Or sorry. 38. 46. Technically, those guys would be. That's 50 plus. No, that's it. That's game. I can't. I can't make a points difference, so it wouldn't matter. That was unfortunate.
Okay. Yeah, I got a little lucky with the shots on those guys at the bridge.
Yeah, I think this scenario I just got diced. I don't think it was a the moves though in the south weren't bad. Um, yeah, I think there's very little I could really say about moves in the south. I shouldn't have. I had some poor positioning on my at the start. I should have positioned guys either further west or further north. Um, but also breaking literally every time I got next to that bridge is very very shitty. And also never being able to break any of those guys in there. I'm
Would
also,
you drop down into the stream? I mean, I know it's deep, but
as far as I know, you can't go into those hexes. But maybe I just don't understand it. Yeah, the stream is deep.
it takes all your movement, so it's not an easy thing. But I think you can jump down into it, and it actually blocks LOS. So
Forces me to go to CX. Yeah, I mean, I could go CX, but I'm pretty sure. I don't think I could get under the bridge. In any case, I don't think there would have been. Uh, all my DC rolls had been pretty garbage. Other than the one time I had a set DC with it. I'm not really counting
well,
that one.
no, I guess the important thing it would have been you could have jumped down in there, and then I can't see you because it's effectively a trench, so I can't see into the gully because that's what
Yeah,
it is.
but my point is more just that my dice are so terrible. I feel like I would have bricked both DC and DC shot or DC
Oh, well,
throws.
I guess I think you probably could have jumped in there and then moved one hex over and just instead of throwing it, or I don't know what you're planning to do with it, but instead of tossing it, you could have done a what hazardous movement and then set it. And I don't think I could have seen you because you would have been under the bridge at that point.
I don't know. In any case, though, yeah, that
Can
was.
I ask what that guy was doing?
He was just gonna distract and then jump into whatever. Because it's honestly a 6-1 is kind of the one of the shittiest things you can have. Um, every time he tries to rally units, he does a terrible job at it because of the +1 is a mandatory. So because the quality of my units are all 6 or less in terms of their broken side, if you don't count the first lines, which I only have 4, uh, essentially like you never get the chance to rally with them. So I was just going to use him as a distraction and then throw him into CC. But I wanted at least a little bit of extra help. Excuse me. In the same hex, so that if he jumps in, then he can either attack or force you to stay in melee. The other thing too is that keeping him with F3 with the guys up here was like literally only so that they would not cower if they managed to get a decent room. Which I was rolling like threes and fours, but never against the guys in G5, which was annoying. And then when I bricked the bricking that machine gun was shitty. Same thing with this MG. I thought the line of sight was actually clear to CC10 or C10, sorry, because if had I known that was blocked, I was gonna shoot at from H9 to BB8, but it says it's blocked, but it shouldn't be.
Well, it looks like it's clipping the corner of that woods hex there.
Yeah, but the woods hex itself doesn't block it. It should be the woods itself, as far as I'm aware. Oh, sorry, never mind. It's clipping H10. So both of those, literally both of those hexes are shitty. Huh. Because it looks to me like it's marsh, but that actually depicts it as wood. That's wow. But yeah, and then the fact that even being on the railroad quarters your firepower is a really big bummer. So as soon as you don't have the hill position anymore, um, well, that was weird. As soon as you don't have the, why is it doing? Wait, really? If you check range, I can mess it up with a box. Huh. Anyways, yeah. So if you lose the the ridge, the hill, it makes it much harder to ever get any points. So you have to destroy the bridge. But if you don't destroy the bridge, you're just not gonna really do too much.
I gotta say, I was a little surprised you had so much kind of down over this side.
Yeah. So my idea was that I thought that you were gonna have maybe some guys come in late, and if that was the case, they'd be there to immediately just destroy anybody that got there, and then afterwards, they just pull up north, and then they can focus on this side because that's where all of these things were.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I was honestly, my thought was, okay, I have to clear the railroad, which is this
Yeah.
essentially. So I was just planning to sweep from this edge straight to there and clear you off of, 3 hexes from the railroad. And the major issue I didn't do, and I should have done earlier, was move. Part of my force should have come in probably here.
Yeah.
Just move straight to reinforce the guys over at the bridge.
Yeah.
So, in hindsight, the guys that I had coming in down here should have come in up there and moved that way. And I think, honestly, I think the infantry gun and probably three squads and a leader would have been much nicer. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I also at the start, I think turns 1 and 2, I was miscalculating the movement factors through the woods for some reason. So I think that was also fucking with me and where I could move. But in any case, next scenario is, what are we looking at here? Grasp the Wind. FT-122. It's a more Bolsheviks against Americans. Seems like a slightly complicated victory conditions as these ones as this pack seems to be. Americans when they play LVP.
Capture a bunch of stuff without taking losses.
Yeah. Uh, did you want to be the attacker or the defender on that, or any preference?
I don't care. The 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 squad or pick or the threat or pick your choice.
I'll probably just roll a dice or something for it.
Oh wow, 2 full boards. I'm amazed.
I know, right? It's like finally they're upgrading. It'll get crazier though. I think there's one future scenario that has a historical map. I think. Which one is it? Oh, it's a
weird. I don't really picture 37mm guns as shelling a village, but I guess that.
Yeah, it was a simpler time.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's pretty big caliber for this time frame, but yeah, wow.
But all right, cool. So yeah, I'll probably have something to decide in the next couple days or whatever. I'll let you know.
Right.
Unless you want to continue tonight, we can just like pick right away. I'll just see this.
mean, I honestly don't care which side I play. So.
All right. Well, do you want to start it tonight then?
Yeah, we can run a turn or two, I guess.
Cool. So let's. Oh man, that's probably gonna brick it. Let's see if I can get it to not brick my stream. Ha! Cool. It's just gonna stay on that. All right. Random.org. 1 to 2. I'll just roll for me since whatever. If I get a 1, I'll be Bolsheviks. If I get a 2, I'm Americans. 1, I am the Bolsheviks. I sit up first. Cool. Let's do a new game. Add a second row. $24 and 9. Alright, what's the special SSRs here? All buildings are wooden. Alright, terrain, SSR. Buildings. All wood.
I'm gonna disconnect, alright?
If you want. I mean, I'll just mute myself if anything. Like I mean, if you want to look away or whatever, doesn't really matter. Alright, so he can't hear me now. So what are we looking at here? Building 24 R5's factory with the rooftop. Overlay 15. It's at level -1. Add overlays. Oh, 2.
Oh my god, tunnels.
R1. Can I do that? I think that worked. I'll have to double check. X15. Alright, did that work? Cool, it popped up on the stream too. So I can change maps and it doesn't work it. That's cool. Oh shit, were they the right? Yeah, the right side. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is a 9Y1. 9Y1 to 24Y10. That did not play. It just said open ground. Alright. Where are my overlays? Overlay. Oh, that's an orchard? Cool. Cool. F12. I1. Yeah, cool. So that's a thing. Nation. Let's get a moderate. No wind. How's everybody doing in chat? We're seeing the scenario being built before our very eyes. Power of a god right here. Partisans can hip. Okay, cool. I think I just need a face tracker and a current track. This and that. Let's move first. And north is directly up, which I still need. Is it weather? Cool. Alright, that's done. Resrup, if you're still around, I got a question for you. Would you prefer if the Bolsheviks had a 149 hero with some tunnels and some wire, or should I get myself a crew with an extra MMG as well as battle hardening 3 squads? That is the question posed to you. Team. Why the hell do I have a half squad? Half squad red. Half squad red. If you're still around, I'll give you another, I don't know, 2-3 minutes to think about it. If not, executive decision. I got, oh, I get an HMG. Hell yeah. Which one is it? Oh, it's an MMG. Shit. That sucks. That is no longer a hell yeah. I get more DC charges because that always works for me. Tune. Cool. Okay, so my goal. I can hit 3 MMC. 1 DC instead of SA. Ooh. I can place debris, 2 debris on 4. Alright, so I set up on board 24 and/or in hexes numbered 1 or less. So anywhere here. Well, throughout the entire board. So anywhere here and north. That is going to be interesting. My SAN is still 4, ELR is still 3, and yeah, cool. Nothing cool. I know who I'm gonna pick then. I'm going to give myself the option. It's a gooder option, if anything. If only because I think I will need it. Especially necessary considering how things have been going whenever I use these guys. Alright, so my goal is to prevent him from getting territory. I also need to put factory symbols on. Which building is a factory? Building 24R5 is a factory. Ah, okay, so let's put white excess. Cool. So I have to stop Hypno from grabbing buildings. That's essentially the only big thing I really need to protect from. Oh, what was the 24 N3? 24 N3. So this is level 1. This is level 1. I have to somehow note that. Shit, I'll do that afterwards. Okay. Oh, this isn't gonna be cool. Alright, I got an MMG, I got some DCs. I think Q6 and Q5 are lumber yards. So that's something I need to keep in mind. So they're not technically buildings. What else is a points location? Buildings in 24. Oh, N3. So these buildings are just the N3 buildings. So the bigger building is worth more. 24R5 is worth 3. And 24U4, this one is also worth 3. Okay. Building 24S7 is worth 2, and then everything else is worth 1. Okay. So I have to make sure not to lose 21 buildings. Okay, well, this is gonna be silly, but this is also a... This guy's a throwaway. That's a throwaway. They're gonna have... Oh yeah, they're gonna have the height advantage. That is a nasty height advantage they're gonna have. Okay. Alright, let's think about this. Where would I be most... Where would I want to be most annoying? Those seem like good spots. This definitely seems like good spots. Yeah, the woods here would be good. Actually, this guy will go there. That guy will go there. Oh, I like this idea. Okay. Let's do this. Where's my stack? Where did I put my stack? Oh. Dirt. That'll go under. This could be worthwhile to do. There as well. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I need... You guy can be there. Where's the R4? Okay. Wait, did I not have a... Oh, I just didn't give myself one. Okay. Oops. 127. Go here with this guy. These guys will get a leader. This guy will be there. That guy can be there. Ooh, you want? Yeah. That. That guy. Oh, I can't. Would I be able to? Can I do this? Oh, you can? What? What? How do you... Shit, how do you take off that, though? How is that a thing you can do? That's so cool. Then, like... Yeah, I thought I did that. Oh, maybe I didn't. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's gonna suck so much if that can be seen. So I'll have to test it out with something first. Alright, so I've got these. Uh, that's... This is not worth it. I'm not gonna bother protecting that. You can get an EC. You know what? Yeah. You guys can get an LMG. I'm gonna give those guys a DC for the hell of it. You can get an LMG. Do a little guy here. Then LMG. That way you can transition to either side. What's on my left? You know what? That's not actually a bad idea. And sidelines kind of suck too much. Maybe it would be not so great. I think that's everything. Alright, I think I got everything done. I just need to check something real quick. Because I'm not sure how this interacts with something. I'm just gonna give myself this. That, if I do a half squad. So you can see the guy, the half squad conscripts I have on the board, P3.
No, I don't. I see the old board. Plus,
Oh,
no.
so in the server room in the current game, just right click my name and then hit synchronize. Sorry. That's a weird thing about Vassal.
So yes, in 09 P3
Yeah. So if I click on him, is there anything that shows up other than just the unit?
moved.
But nothing else?
No, I'm not seeing anything else.
Cool. That's cool that that works. Okay, so I have to remember something here real quick. I have that. Okay. These guys. Alright, I think that's everybody. There. Um, I just have to double check one thing, but you can plan your stuff while I'm double checking this. I'll shift my view to be up in the corner, just so I can't see anything. Oh, I should change the stream titles.
Quick question for you. Where was the data on the 37mm guns again?
It is in the rule book. It's section H, and ordnance. It was
Oh,
12.
I can dig it out from there. I just didn't know what section it was in.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, 12.9 if you get to the U.S. guns. Dang, how do I go about renaming the stream? Dashboard? Nope. Damn it, I keep doing that. Damn, I don't know why I can't do that. Hold on. Oh, okay. Which means. And those three guys. You, and this guy. There. Cool.
Wow, really? I captured weapon penalties for this for firing the 37 mils? Really?
Where does this say that?
It's the T37.
Oh, it's in the ordnance notes?
Impact, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's considered a recoilless rifle.
Okay.
So C12.2 and .21 also apply to it. And so any friendly squad or half squad using a recoilless rifle does so with captured weapon penalties. So
Wait a minute.
let me see if the scenario notes change any of that. Nope.
Impact gun. There's the filter for. Ordnance note D.
Yeah, it's note D. So I don't know. I guess if that means that they're being used by a crew, they don't have the penalty, and it's only if another squad tries to do it.
Yes, yeah. So it just says
All right.
it's just saying that C12.2 to 12.21 apply to the T3 as well as to the recoilless. So it doesn't act as a recoilless. Um, It's just that those two things affect it.
Yeah, so it basically it has to be with the crew. Okay, that's the key.
Yeah, I was starting to think like, oh well, I mean, I know you can bring it in a building, so I guess it makes sense if like somehow the back like the sound cause I don't know. I'm not sure how I get the backblast, but
Yeah, no, it's just the manning requirements there.
oh, you know what? I should at least change some of the stream info on the fly, even. At least try. Video producer, can you do it here? Stream manager. Nope, edit stream info. Cool. This is now. Shit. What did I say it was? Scenario is grasp the wind. Done. Cool. Scenario title. And change the FT-122. Hopefully that auto changes it so that it's not a pain in the ass. And we're now on, what is this, the 6th? 5th of July. Getting ever so closer to World War II. Slowly but surely. We check the stream. Has changed. Perfect. Oh, I don't want to see that. Do I have any no suggestions? Suggestion box. Cool. All right, let's see if once the American setup is done, hopefully I can do better in Grasp the Wind than I did with Red Star Express. Maybe my DCs will actually do something, or my guys with DCs will be able to do something. That's probably what I should say. How far do I have to be for this? Six hexes and LOS. Oh, damn, I should have planned that a little bit better. Resrup, the how is this looking here? I think I have a link to the Google Docs. I could be wrong. This series is actually going to be quite long. I actually didn't realize that there were so many from the Stellar Pack 4 that we're going to be going through. We've got about. Let me see here. I gotta change a couple of things on the spreadsheet first. What did you do for? The first one that is considered or could be considered part of a campaign will be the Long March. It's a heat of battle product. I think it's my spreadsheet says it released in 2009, and that's about 25 scenarios from if you count this one as well that we're doing. Actually, it'll probably be 24, 23. I think I have a double or two. I definitely have one double, which is just anomaly of the spreadsheet. Just because some scenarios, if you don't know, some scenarios have gotten reprinted over the years. ASL is a 35 plus year old game or series of board games, however you want to look at it. So sometimes you'll see a scenario that might have gotten released in 1998, and then someone sees it again in 2010 and gives it a refresher. In any case, so about 24 scenarios is like probably the first one that can be considered a campaign. It's a specifically the Long March is about the Chinese Civil War. So once we hit 1934, that's when that will kick off, and we'll essentially be going through that pack almost in its entirety from start to finish. There's a couple things that we'll poke through here and there, but for the most part, it'll be playing that. If the If the scenario pack slash module for the Italians doesn't release by then, which, judging by how frequently things are released by multi-man publishing, it could technically be possible. Um, Also depends on how quickly or slowly we play. Um, if the Italian module doesn't come out, we won't have the updated soldiers of the Negus. Negus. I don't know. I've never known how to properly pronounce that. Um, yeah, Hall of Legions is hopefully will get released by then. And I'm from everything I've heard, it's going to have soldiers of the Negus in there, and I want to say updated scenarios. I'm not sure if they'll just grab them wholesale and not modify them. Hard to believe they would, just because of the all the work they put in all the other stuff. But if it comes to when it comes to an actual campaign, the first one will be uh, I don't even know if this one counts. Um, there's a pair of scenarios that look like they come from the Total Access Pack by Critical Hit 2008. 12 December 1939. I don't know if those ones will be included or if they're like an actual campaign. I don't think they are, but that's the first one that gets listed under that. So if not, hmm, Denant will be the first one. So Denant will actually be pretty interesting with the as a German versus French experience. I think there's British too, maybe. I don't see anything that says British, so maybe not. I think the other thing too, I forget if the yeah, Code Gare, yeah. I forget too if these are just the scenarios or if there's an actual entry in my spreadsheet for the campaign. Because obviously, I mean, or I presume that campaign games technically have like, it's campaign game, not campaign scenario. So, but that'll be the first one, and then it should be Stone, which is a critical hit product. Um, what else? Then Africa Core apparently, which again I don't know if that's true or not, or if it's just mislabeled. I guess I should specify that a lot of the spreadsheet that I'm looking at um, is actually from a what's his name? Um, does he have a credit on here? Because essentially, if you want a spreadsheet that has most of all the produced scenarios, I highly recommend going to the Texas ASL website. It's Texas hyphen ASL.com. And if you go into the download section, they should have a spot that has the spreadsheet that it's not 100% complete. As far as I know, the version I have is like mid 2020, and I've just been updating it myself as is as I get more scenarios that aren't technically listed. Um, I kind of wish that ASLScenarioArchive.com had a way to put everything like in a calendar or as a spreadsheet or something you could look up. But sadly, there's no functionality for that as far as I know. Um, but funnily enough, since I'm only recording these games on there, my page lists all of my games. So the longer that list gets, the it'll actually produce a historical timeline in my own page, which is a little funny. Um, I imagine that by the time we probably get to like 1937 or whatever, the There is a Philippines campaign that's coming out. Manila, I think it's Manila. That'll be coming out from MMP, so it'll be interesting. I'm not sure. I think it's an end war campaign though. I'm not sure if they'll have anything necessarily for the start. They might have a couple scenarios, but I can't imagine what else they'll have on it. Um, and then eventually we'll get to what would be the next one? I think Stalingrad might be the next one after that. Oh, there is a Operation Mercury that'll be there, and then there's the one by AdvancingFire.com or Advancing Fire Group Publications, whatever. Um, Brevity Assault, I think it is. Is it Brevity or was it the other one? I think it was Brevity. Yeah, Brevity Assault will be another one. Brevity Assault's actually going to be really interesting because that one relies on a very different means of playing campaigns. Oh, for the Manila one, Res? Or for Hollow Legions? Nice, nice. Yeah, I think I purchased that. I think like the day I saw it on the ASL Discord, I just okay, well, here's here's my tithe. Take my money and I will happily await for it to come out. Sword and Fire. Let's see what the product actually says for it. It's gonna have a very nice map from what I can see. Very dense. Probably gonna be. I wonder how many huts are in there. The only photo doesn't really show that much. A lot of rubble and foxholes, so it's probably a 1944, 45 scenario or campaign. It doesn't say anywhere else. Manila, October in January 1945, Americans invaded Luzon, reached the outskirts of Manila in the first week of February. Okay, yeah, so 1945. I'm also obviously, I guess, there will be um, quite a few hassles uh, from Lone Canuck Publishing. Technically, they're not strictly campaigns, um, but there's going to be some of the Blitzkrieg campaigns. Um, Race for the Muse is going to be one of them. Uh, I need to get my hands on Operation Sholm, I think it is, by Le Franc-Tireur. And I think I have Operation Chariot, so that'll be interesting. So there's a few hassles that'll be coming up. Um, I think by that time as well, we'll probably. I mean, I like the idea of getting an extra person or two, quote unquote, roped in for this. If only because there's a couple of scenarios that are going to come up that will be three player. Three player scenarios are very rare, but when they happen, you kind of you absolutely need a third person. Obviously, I guess. Um, and also, it's just way more fun to have that sort of interaction going on. So I think I posted was it in the ASL Discord? I know I did it in the forum posts, but also I feel like I did it in the ASL Discord. Um, what is this scenario? In the Mouth of Madness, which is uh, five scenarios after this one. So not too far from now, but should be exciting because that will be a three-player scenario and should prove to have a lot of death and destruction. And I guess if we can't get a third player, then it'll probably end up being something that gets put. We'll skip, put it on the back burner, and then get back to it once we do get a third player. That or I just go crazy and I play all three sides as a solo thing, but that would be very time consuming and not cool. Like, and I've played. I say this having played. How many days did I do of the Stalingrad campaign? I think I did 9 days solo. It's it's interesting, but obviously does not. It's not as exciting when you're, you know, um, just playing against yourself. Like you can't do hit. You can't do. There's certain things you just can't do without without kind of being too gamey about it. Yeah, I think I privated those videos. I forget if I privated them. I think it's just because I 6 months after like the last video I released, I was like, I'm not really feeling too confident about having these posted to begin with, and um, I think I had a couple people that were posting like errors, like rules errors, which I don't mind being brought up for sure. Like that's I'd rather know I make the mistake and fix it. But I think just having that plus doing all the videos myself was a little bit too much. I think I was also, I think I also screwed up a day on its like reinforcements or whatever, and not having like an extra person to help do some like timekeeping or whatever was just kind of hellish. Actually, speaking of the YouTube, since this is technically the 12th scenario, um, I've been transferring um, all of the streams to the YouTube channel. They're set as private, so eventually they'll go up. Really, the only thing that I'm waiting for, or was waiting for, I should say, is I wanted a backlog of like 10 scenarios, just so that in case there was any like um, long periods of downtime, I'd have something I could just like slot in and not really worry about it. Um, there won't be any editing to the videos. I might put in, just like a starter or something, just like an intro, just to say like, hey, thanks for watching or whatever. But I might just put that at the start of the playlist. Um, I kind of want these to be raw in their recording, um, because if you want that sort of interactiveness, you should be coming to the streams like you've done, which is very much appreciated. You say something?
No, I just hit that control key. Sorry.
Got it. I thought I missed it or something. Yeah, so I kind of like the idea of just having it be raw recordings. Um, and like I said, there'll probably just be a video that'll be, at the start of the playlist that just tells people like this is what you should expect. And if you want to participate, come to the streams. We'll have fun. Um, I think the only unfortunate thing is it's uh, it's kind of hard to uh, do the same sort of commentary I want to do on on videos while I'm playing, as compared to the attempt at sports casting I did Monday, was it? Sometime earlier this week. So uh, hopefully that will develop into something because I'd really like to cover some of the ASL tournaments as they go.
Can you see that label in 09 and 6?
Label 09 and 6. Uh, 09 and 6. I do not see any labels, no. Also, I'm just gonna do this now. Not that it like specifically happens now, but Stu followed, and I don't think he did during a stream because I didn't hear the notification, and I'm not hearing the notification now, so I don't know what the heck's going on.
Stick to me like
Oh,
glue.
there we go.
And keep your eyes open.
So yeah, small plug, Vaseline with Stu. You should check out his stuff. It's a different experience from my videos, obviously, and not in a bad way. So he only plays with, well, I shouldn't say he only plays, but as far as I know, he prefers real dice or rolling real dice. Don't blame him. Don't blame him with the results I've gotten today. That's for sure.
Did you put down your debris overlays yet?
Ah, shit. I knew I forgot something. Uh, does it say I have to or that I can?
You may. You get up to 2 if you want.
Board 24? Okay, I'll do that real quick.
Yeah, it's not going to change my setup at all. I was curious if you'd see them. So.
Okay. Where's my overlays? Overlay, terrain. Does it say anywhere? 2 or less debris anywhere. Cool. We'll do Blood Reef Tarwa. We'll make it rough to go there. And we'll make it rough to go. There. Alright, done. Oh, that's right. It also reminds me, I have to put in an annotation or something that says a thing is level 1. Can I just do hex grid? Oh, what's the colors I can use? Blue, green, cool. Level -1. Clone. Oh, you can't even like tone them down or whatever. Screw it. Oh shit! I hope I didn't undo something he did. Oh, it's just a sniper. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so I guess getting back to stream commentary. or stuff in the future. Um, yeah, I'm hoping to get explicit permission, I guess would be the way to put it, to uh, act as like the
We'll put your
streamer.
sniper first, or do I?
I don't think it matters, but let's check. Yeah, so um, when it comes to Caslo, which people should check out, it's cool. Always support tournaments. Um, but when it comes to Caslo, hopefully I can get explicit permission to stream some of the games as they go, just to get the tournament out there. I don't think people can sign up late, unfortunately. I'd have to double check with that. But it should be fun nonetheless. I think it's where is it? I always forget where it is in the rules. I think it might be map board that are like sequence of players. So hold on. Set up. Oh, you know what? I'll just look up the advanced sequence of play. Sniper. Defender first. So sniper. I think my ELR is 3 and sniper is 3. Sniper is 4. Size. Cool. My guy will go. There. In Y5.
All right, I think that's everything.
Cool. Yeah, I think the idea of commentary on especially tournaments would be fun. I tested it out. Vassal actually allows you to have many games open at the same time, so it could be a thing where as soon as the game's over, I can just jump over to the next one, or at least like try to figure something out to get a decent amount of coverage for all the different events as they unfold. The only problem is slightly logistics wise, like taking time off or trying to figure out when people are playing and all that. Okay, so is there anything else? Let's see here. Beginning turn 5, I can start to exit. Honor it. Oh, at the top left, I guess, in N2 or N3, M3, and M4 on board, was it 27, 24? Um, Hopefully you can see the neon green hexes I put around there. They're the overlay doesn't put them at level -1, unfortunately. So technically they're the darker green that you see.
Yeah, yeah, they're all at the same level
Yeah.
there.
Uh, Otherwise, yeah, I think we're all ready. The only thing to note is oh, you know what? I forgot to do that. Sorry. Let me actually no, I forgot. So whatever. Uh, Only thing to keep in mind is the factory, I guess. So there's going to be a couple different things with regards to that building, but otherwise, I don't think there's anything special.
Yeah, no worries. I did look over them briefly while you were doing your setup, and we can review again when we get in there.
Okay. All right. So what do who has line of sight? Who doesn't? Or actually, I think it's what is it? Concealment terrain. just after setup. Pertinent advantages, denied, blah blah. Placement, player setting up a scenario first to survive the vision, blah blah. Opponent. Therefore, if one, yeah. Thereafter, a concealment counter may be placed on any non-concealed good order unit's attack before it enters the map board for the first time. Yeah. So anybody who's out of LOS or more than 17 hexes can be concealed. Well, I'm pretty sure U9 and T9 will have to remain unconcealed. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that guy can't conceal. My guy in R4 is inside the building, so he can conceal. Nobody can have LOS to J5, so he conceals over here. And I don't know about Vision 2 or from anybody else.
The crew is all the way up on top of the tallest hill there, so they're probably going to have the best shot at LOS for most of the folks back in the village.
Yeah, I mean the same applies to this right side. I think they'll be able to see a lot of groups. Because it's so AA3, for example, is it's 3 heights, 3 levels above say X10. So what's a good way to do this? If I did, there's no comparable on the other side. I guess like an example would be M3 should be able to see F10. Yeah. So M3 can see F10 because of the level difference, but it can't see G1 because of, I don't want to say mandatory, but the blind hex can't be reduced to a minimum 0. So
yeah, I'm thinking this guy maybe. No.
Yeah, actually, so he could, I think, because of the orchards, will block LOS to a higher elevation. But I think I want to.
That's my question.
Hmm? You want to check? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean
it covers. Yeah, so. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. From Q5, is that Q05? Can he see even with? Oh, it doesn't clip the orchard itself. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I want to say that V7 would be able to because of AA3. What's the?
Oh, we got an overlay over there.
Yeah. That's an annoying overlay that's going to mess with the LOS. Shouldn't be the biggest issue, but something to keep in mind. I don't think V7 can get it. Like I said, this guy can be seen S7. I'm pretty sure can be seen from 05. so nothing to really do there. Same thing with R5. They can be seen from the guys by the guys on the hill. Um,
Yeah, that'd be
K
a guy.
K5. I think it's what's the range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is a great scenario if you want to learn LOS. I'm gonna have to like do a video or something to do
I mean,
LOS checks.
it's really weird because like these are, I think, a level below.
Yeah, dark green is is a level down from light green, and then the reverse is for the hill. Um,
Like I think the O5 is actually um, level 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's level 4. The stuff in M3, N3 is level 3. I think it's the same level as P5, like that ridge.
yeah, yeah. So for every multiple of 5 hexes to a full level obstacle, increase by 1 the number of blind hexes created by that obstacle. So I guess the way to look at it would be, um, what are we looking at here? That guy can be seen.
So these guys might actually be in a blind spot.
I feel like
Yeah, if anybody, it would be one of those
Q5.
two, I think they're in a blind spot from the infantry gun up there.
Yeah, if only because the N3 would block it. But Q5 I think is fine to see both hexes. Yeah, yeah, I think Q5 is good to see both hexes. When it comes to K5, uh, this is one level higher. I don't think W3 can see him. No, gets blocked by the wood because of the height. So K5 will gain concealment. But otherwise, that's it. I can't make an argument for anybody else. So.
All right. I mean, I think everybody I've got is visible or concealed as appropriate. I don't think you have LOS to anybody that I've got concealed at the moment. They're all on the other side of hills or cliffs or far enough back on the backside of a hill that I don't think they're visible to anybody.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I can see this guy, your B3 guy. So he can conceal. Uh, I I want to say I can't see X3 either. I'm just gonna string it to building. Yeah, no. So X3 also gets to conceal. You know what? I'm actually pleasantly surprised that the labels do go away if you conceal the stack.
Yeah, that's actually quite handy.
Yeah, you never see it in action, so I just never assume that it's possible.
All right. I mean, I think we're ready. Yeah.
Yep, I am.
No weather change.
Damn.
I don't think there's anything in the rally phase.
Unless you want to deploy. Other than that, nope.
Not really at this point. Well, we'll start off at the top. O5 will fire at 24P7. Range is 8. It is an infantry target, so that's a base to hit of. Use the red or the black numbers.
It's a crew, so it should be black numbers.
So that's a base of 7. No mods for whatever it is.
It's 1 for hindrance. That's about it. Or sorry, TM, not hindrance.
It is a star weapon, so that doesn't help. Yep, so just 1. So +1, or -1 actually, I think, right?
+1 for the TM.
+1. Okay.
Yeah.
So to hit, needing a 6 or less. Oh, just barely miss.
And acquisition. Oh, actually, I never thought about it that way. So I guess that wouldn't show up. So a thing you can do is if you select both the acquisition and you can, I think you can do with, actually, you know what? I'm going to test this right now. I think any 2 counters is fine. I'm going to take a sniper, take this.
Yeah, no, I've linked it. It's all right. I've got it. It's I just was finding the selection. The selection is always a pain.
Yeah, I just don't. Oh, so it does show. Huh. Ah, I get it. Okay, cool. I think I get it.
So at Q5, we'll try to fire at O10.
Okay.
I think I have clear line of sight there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a 2 up 2, I believe.
Yeah.
How does area fire work?
Area fire is essentially when it comes to a regular weapon, it's you're having the firepower to attack everything in the hex. So if you had, let's say, if I had a guy in R5 on the rooftop or first floor or whatever, if you area fired, you could attack both the ground floor guy and the upstairs guy, versus having to pick a specific location.
How does it work for ordnance? I mean, I realize it's a different to hit number, so there's that.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially the difference is that because area fire is different from area target type. I guess is the crux. Area fire is generally that you're having it so that you can uh, like an MG area fire is having it, but for an ordnance area target type is where you're hitting everything in the hex. Um, the difference is that typically area fire you can only do it with HE, and when it comes to mortars and whatnot, you're already having the firepower for it. So, according to I think this C3.33, must be used at all times by mortars or whenever ordnance attempt to fire smoke. Otherwise, it may be selected when firing HE, but not AP, heat, etc. Uh, all all units that are non-aerial and target X can be hit, even by white phosphorus, except for those who are immune. That's something else. Uh, A mortar exception: a mortar also hits all target hex units that are out of its fire's or the fire's LOS. So you can shoot at a hex that may be um, that you don't know is there, like you don't know what the contents are, type idea, and still hit them. All units hit by HE are attacked on the IFT using a single dice roll and half the firepower of the firing ordnance, which is normal for a mortar.
Yeah, no, the infantry gun is 37, so it would be a 2 firepower attack if should I hit.
Yeah. The other thing too is that fire on the area target type by a non-mortar consumes all of that gun's rate of fire for that turn, excluding intensive fire. It cannot be used to take extra shots. Um, can't be used within your own hex. Bounded fire or motion fire. The other thing to keep in mind too is that there is a thing that is very rarely ever referenced called bracketing. Um, so bracketing is C6.52, which is essentially it's the ability to transfer one target type to another. So let's say your guy in O5 shot at my guy in P7, gets a location acquisition. Um, in your next shot, you could transfer that to a area target type attack on P7. And then in follow up turns, you could change it back to a location if it's still appropriate for that one. Something to keep in mind if you do make the switch over from one to the other. You don't necessarily lose your acquisition just because you change it from a specific unit to an area.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, this infantry gun is going to try and fire at U9.
Okay.
It looks like LOS is clear. So we're going to be up 1.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a miss. Machine gun in Y4 is going to try and fire at Z1. Yeah, so good, I can see.
Okay.
So that's going to be 4 flat.
2 flat.
Oh, I guess I'm sorry. All right, that's it for prep fire.
Okay. Okay.
Salt move.
Okay.
Salt move.
Okay.
Salt move.
Okay.
Salt move.
All right.
Regular movement. 1.
Okay.
2.
Mhm.
3, and wall damage.
Okay.
Remove. 1.
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4.
Okay.
Also regular movement. 1.
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay.
Regular movement. 1.
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4.
I will shoot with P7. Range 6. So it's a 4 firepower. Flat for non-assault movement, but woods. 7 out of 4. I think it's a PTC. Yeah. And no rates. Oh, I put you as allied for this, so it's no sniper.
Okay.
I should also do this. Wait, you have one squad that was fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That,
Yeah, I was like, I don't think a 2 does that.
okay. Sorry, I usually put the pin markers on top of the pinned unit. That's why I was kind of shooting.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. I'll put it back. I was just under the impression that
No, it's cool. I mean, as long as it, yeah, I realized it was only 1. Yeah, so I can do this. They're identical squads, so it doesn't really matter.
yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, no, I usually drop things on top. Assault move.
Okay.
Does declaring CX remove concealment?
I think only if I can see you. Let's check the chart real quick. EF. If it becomes broken, reduced, berserked, wounded, overstacked, is attacked, resulting PTC. If broken, reduced, wounded. No. So if it's out of LOS, or if it's over 17, I cannot see it. CX won't unconsume. Other stuff. What if you're in 16? would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Well, 14 would be a move anyway, so I don't think. Huh, it's not even in the list of exceptions. That's weird. Yeah, I don't think declaring CX is a concealment loss activity. I think it's just anything else that would come of it, like the movement itself. That would be concealment loss stuff. But I don't think CX itself. I don't see anything that says it does, but I don't see an exception in the concealment loss chart. So I would imagine like how does uh, how does your guys sweating a little bit more reveal them?
Well, I mean, you could argue that like they're kind of running and not really paying attention to trying to remain under cover while they're moving. That kind of thing, I guess, would be the simplest explanation.
Yeah, but if you're already moving, there's already a concealment loss for movement in LOS, right? So I see it as that way. Like the act of declaring CX doesn't remove concealment. You still have to declare it just to get the extra movement, um, but it doesn't. Declaring it itself doesn't cost your concealment. Because it'd be like, imagine if you had a guy in P9 and like you declare CX. There's no real reason why I should see him. It's a it's a little at odds with the fact that like even if there's no LOS if you break or whatever, but I think that's just an
No,
exception.
the reason I ask is because ASL does weird things sometimes. And I wanted to make sure that it was correct. Like,
Well, if anything, I can always pose it as a question, but I would treat it as declaring CX does not cause concealment loss.
yeah, it turns out I don't need to, so that's okay. But it was good to know. And I think I'm going to lose the concealment anyway, assuming you reveal somebody. Anyway, this is normal movement. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they're going to stop. They're in the gully.
Okay.
regular movement. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
This is regular movement. 1,
Okay.
2,
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Same thing.
When those guys get there, this guy drops hip. 447 will shoot at them. It's not assault movement, but there is a +1 hindrance, so it's just a 4 flat. They cower to 2. 4 on 2, 1 MC.
Great. I'm going to lose a leader right off the bat.
He can run to X10.
No, because he can see these guys. It's closer to them.
From there? I don't think so.
It doesn't matter where he was. They were visible, right? Start of his turn?
No, it started a route phase.
Well, we'll see.
Halved.
I'm just dropping concealment because these guys are going to be moving up, and I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, I was just calculating residual. So it would have been 4. Also, the cowards, that's fine for me.
1.
Okay.
2.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4.
Sure. U9 will shoot at them. 4 flat. That's a miss. B.
1, 2.
Oops, it's supposed to be 2.
You missed. You still get residual on a miss?
Yep. Yeah, you always get residual on a shot unless you cower with machine gun and a couple other things. I mean, so you had already started moving when I put the hindrance down. If you want, just take the move back. That's fine.
No, that's all right. 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
That's fire.
What's the shoot? I'm gonna try V3 to AA2. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. So can I see if I can see V3 to CC3? What's the yeah? So at level 1, I can see the. Oh, can I see? Sorry, I was checking the wrong height. This to CC2. Okay, so I can see C2, so I should be able to see AA2. What's the range on that? That's
Why is that showing level 0?
oh, so it shows level 0 at the start because it always takes the base level of a hex. Uh, if there's a building, you can swap it to level 0 or 1 or level 2. There's a oh yeah, I guess there is technically a rooftop on this. There's also a level 2. Right, because that's a square base. All right. In any case, so I can see it. I can see AA2. It's range 11, so it's half firepower, unless long range fire does not apply to MMGs, which I'm pretty sure is not the case. Long range fire. Yeah, okay. So it's a 2 firepower flat. That is a miss. That's final fire. No rate. Take the residual off. Can I shoot that? I'm gonna try. T9 is gonna try shooting at S2. I think that clips. Yeah, that clips. Just barely. IFT, nothing. This guy, drop concealment, and we'll shoot AA2. It's a 4 firepower up 1. 5 on 4. It's a 1 MC. And that guy can kiss his ass goodbye.
No, I just ELR 2 of my guys, so I think you've done fine.
He'll die in advancing fire. And that's it for.
Wait, was that a 1 MC?
Yeah.
No, they just barely did an ELR.
Serial number 4? It says 3. And that's it for defensive.
All right. BB-10 will fire at Z9, Z9.
Okay.
So I think he's going to be
So advanced fire halved. He's essentially halved twice.
No, so he's 2 firepower against these guys because they're concealed. So it's 2 up 2.
Yeah.
All right. Z2 and Y2 are going to fire group onto Z1.
Mm-hmm. It's 18 up 2.
5 on 18, so 5 on 16, which is a 3 MC, and your sniper.
No, your allies.
Okay. Well, there's your.
Yeah, we just keep rolling each other's as a pin.
All right. The pinned unit in Y1 is going to fire.
Okay.
So he's going to be a 2, I believe. No, it's 4 base. No, he's a 4.
To 10, have 5, 2.5. Yeah, 4 firepower up 2. Cowards to 2. 6 on 2.
Pin test check. So nothing.
Nothing. And sniper? I blame poor optics in pre-World War II.
So the last unit in Y1, the unpinned unit in Y1, and B, the unit in Y0 or X10, whatever you want to, will fire on Z9.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be up 3.
So have twice, 2, it'd be 4 firepower with up 3, yeah.
And we'll have X1 join in the fun on Z1.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 4 up 2, I believe.
2 up 2, because he's not a... Oh, no, wait, yeah, it's 4, sorry, because he's not pinned.
And nothing. Boy. S2 will fire at O10 with leader direction, just
Okay.
in case it matters. So let's see. The unpinned squad is going to contribute 4 firepower.
It's a 6 to... It'd be 6 if they weren't shooting at a concealed unit, so it's a 2 firepower up 2.
2. So I think those 2 squads are going to die or surrender.
Let's see here. They'd only die if I did no quarter, but I don't even think I forget if it's allowed in this. Dash, self-rally, desperation, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's not there. Okay. unit cannot route because any move would make it adjacent. Is there anything for the U.S. personnel in this module? I forget if it's the U.S. or if it's the Bolsheviks that surrender. I think it's the.
There are special captured U.S. personnel are worth triple their CVP if eliminated due to an attack by the U.S. player at game end if exited from play.
Oh, yeah, it is the. So it's the partisans. So if I'm ever, whatever, it's easier for my guys to surrender. I think is the thing. Captured, blah, disruption. Yeah, when fighting only against U.S. personnel, contrary to blah, Bolsheviks can become disrupted and will, whether disrupted or not, surrender via the route method if broken. Okay, cool. From how I read it, where's my reference to surrender? Huh, they always do disrupted first. Okay. Must run away, failure, otherwise broken unit, only reds. I always feel like I have to go to like 2 spots to. What if it's captured? Oh, that's the wrong page. Captured. So they're not disrupted, which is thing 1, right? Technically, it can route away without being adjacent. I can't interdict because of height advantage. So the closest in MF location would be DD3 that I could legally go to anyways. Also, my guy's pinned, so I wouldn't, no matter what, I can't interdict. If I reveal, yes, but you got a lot of guys there, and I don't feel like revealing. You'd also get height advantage anyway, so it wouldn't matter. I'm pretty sure that they can right away, considering there's no.
I think that's what 4 to get into that hex.
To get into DD3.
From CC3, it's going to be 4 just to move.
Yeah.
Just to get in there, so it's going to be 1, 3, 7. So I think I have to stop there.
Or you could go to DD2 or CC4. I think technically those are legal destinations. Let me double check here. No, it's a Windsor building, and Crag does not have a special link. Because I was gonna say maybe Crag if you, but anyways, no. Yeah, so you can go to CC3, DD2, or CC4. It's your choice.
Routes there. And I think that's it. don't think you've got anything to do in route phase, yeah.
No, no.
Just a pile on.
Okay.
If I'm claiming wall advantage, can I still advance? Do I lose wall advantage if I do so?
Well, so wall advantage only really comes into play if I have somebody there that can deny it. Otherwise, it's assumed you have it. So like if you advance to BB9, yeah, you'd still technically have wall advantage over if I had a unit in AA10.
You guys will advance and I believe lose concealment.
Yes, because of my machine gun in V3.
So we're jumping you.
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun. Ambush. 2. I'm pinned, so that's a +1.
Ah, but you ambushed me. So yay.
Uh, what can I do? I'm pinned, so I don't even think I could run away, even if I wanted to. Ambush, unless pinned, berserker just yeah. So I can't withdraw. So I'll just target. They're all second line, yeah. So I'll just target a squad. Um, it's at 1 to 5, which I think is a 1 to 6 in CC. Yeah, 1 to 6. -1. No. Damn. If I wasn't pinned though, sucker would have been gone.
All right. I've got 15.
Yeah, so that's
6 to 1.
15. Yeah, so it's 6 to 1, and there's a +1 for being ambushed.
So yeah, I get you.
Dang. Oops. There you go.
Do you mind if we call it there?
Oh yeah, sure, sure. Let me just take off the moves, take off pin, put that over there. Roll for weather, no change, and I'll give it a save. Pin. Shoot, turn one, start. Goes for there. Cool. Done. All right, so I'll see you Friday.
Yep. Barring any issues, I will see you Friday.
Perfect. See you later.
Yep.
Oh, good need stretch. This one's going to be interesting. I also have to make sure I don't play like I want to say a dummy like last scenario, but I need to be more cognizant of where my guys are going to want to move. Like that's going to be problematic. And I initially wanted at least like one of these two guys to move, go maybe in the center of the village, protect this area ish. That'll have to change. On the plus side, though, these guys will all get to get out of there, so I can get into these woods and occupy building N7. And that way, by getting into N7, I can essentially watch this building and just kind of cover this general area. I'll probably keep these guys here because they're a good fake. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by, Rez. We'll see you later. Yeah, so these guys will stay there. They're good fake. This guy will just drain. This guy's gonna back off because yeah, I don't like him being adjacent or not adjacent, but open. I'll probably move T9 as well. Actually, I might move both of these guys, but I know I'll move T9 for sure. Get him into this building or here, T6 or S7, whichever one. This guy's probably gonna move back. Maybe not this turn. Actually, not maybe. Yeah, maybe this turn. I don't know. Figure something out for him. This guy, I feel like I need to bring him up to level 2. Just for the additional sightlines. Which I forgot that was a level 2 thing. This guy, I feel like I should set the DC to like Q6 or something. But I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But yeah, a decent. This is going to be a hard right punch and a nice distracting left flank. And these guys are going to be annoying. All these infantry guns and the MMG. That can be very tough, especially as more of my guys become unconcealed. Those are just greens. So yeah, this MMG2, like, if I don't do anything to this MMG, 4 firepower isn't all that much, but when you have a -2 on it, I almost feel like this isn't bad. I don't want to give anybody the wrong impression. I kind of wonder if this guy with the MMG would be better suited for P5 or R5. The only reason I say this is you could also set him up in these hexes, or I guess the better thing would have him to be in P5 and Q5, and then move them here afterwards. And the only reason I say this is because one, this gives you good line of sight, and then with the -2, you effectively make all of these buildings worthless. They're all flat. Um, and then you have 8 firepower from MMGs just kind of being tossed everywhere. Obviously, the only caveat is that if you get unlucky, and like with that leader, if the leader breaks, then you're in for a little bit of trouble for sure. But I feel like it might be worth the risk. Or at the very least, you have one guy in M3, one guy in N3, and then you just start popping off at individual groups. I'm actually surprised that like neither of us have gotten anything better than MMGs and did he enter those guys? Where are those guys coming from? South Edge. South Edge. Wait, what? Oh, that's... God, I hate when I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Phew. Going crazy there for a sec. Yeah, this one's gonna be interesting. I can't focus too much on the right because it could still move these guys to punch down the middle. These guys, these guys will have to move. Although how much is gonna be tricky because I need to protect the middle. I essentially want to retreat these guys down to here and factory, if possible. Same thing with these guys. We'll want to slowly retreat there. At the very least, some of these guys should move into this building and level -1. Either way, though, thanks for watching, and see you next time.